all numbers in Tucson. Welcome to his Major League debut. Heath Bell saved both wins in Washington. Will the bell ring tonight? Look in from the Coronado Ferry Pier to Petco Park. It's a bit of June gloom overhead as the Padres welcome the Washington Nationals, the first of a 4-game weekend series. And good evening, everyone. Dick Enberg along with Mark Brandt. Well, something that should brighten up this gloomy June night is the appearance of Anthony Rizzo. So much expected and so much produced, as Jed Hoyer said so succinctly. He just pushed the clock on us. We didn't want to bring him up this soon. We had no choice.
He just proved that in AAA that he was knocking those AAA pitchers around, and we see that he's got great extension. He's got a decent glove over at first base. Everybody always has something to improve upon. I think the one thing is that Anthony Rizzo can improve upon is that glove. But the power, yeah. In Tucson, he was hitting mistakes, and the numbers proved that, swinging a hot. It was fun watching batting practice for the youngster this afternoon.
He's long and strong, and he drove that one into the upper tier, and he's part of several transactions made today. Rizzo comes up, and Eric Patterson has been designated for assignment today. He leaves with a 180 average, but it doesn't stop there.
Eric Patterson struck out way too much. Anthony Rizzo, the show is about him, and Will Venable getting another chance recall from Tucson. Aaron Cunningham needs a little bit more seasoning. He'll get plenty of at-bats down in Tucson.
And that gives Venable back in the lineup not only his speed, but the left-handed bat for Bud Black. And then an injury yesterday warming up. Luke Gregerson pulled that it's the injury du jour, the oblique muscle, and he's been placed on the DL.
So Evan Scribner's got a little bit of big league experience. He attacks the zone, and with Luke Gregerson now on the DL, that moves up Chad Qualls into the number 7 slot in the 7th inning. So Chad's got experience in closing, setting up, and in the 7th inning, he'll be fine there. So that's one of the luxuries the Padres have, pitchers that can fill in if somebody goes down.
Padres were 2 out of 3 in Washington, and the Nationals have the worst road record in the National League. We'll see what happens as we look at our pitching matchup tonight. Here are the starters. The veteran from Havana, Cuba, Livan Hernandez. He has 12 career wins against the Padres, but at Petco Park, he's 0-5. And Aaron Harang trying to join the National League elite and win his 7th game of the season. He's the starter for San Diego. And our pitching matchup brought to you by Discount Tire, where America saves on tires. Fans ready to celebrate the first Major League at bat of Anthony Rizzo. How those great numbers in the minor leagues might transpose themselves to the big league level will begin to be answered tonight. On the mound, Aaron Harang, the 6'7", 33-year-old right-hander from Patrick Henry High School, looking for his 7th win of the year. And his profile is brought to you by your San Diego County Cadillac dealer. Stop in for an attractive lease or purchase offer. Harang here at Petco this year, 4-2 with a 3.31 ERA. And against Washington, looking for his first win. He's 0-2 in his brief career stints against the Nationals. He'll face Rick Ankiel, the former St. Louis Cardinal pitcher, now outfielder. And we're underway. A fastball high, ball 1. Ankiel, then Ian Desmond, and Jason Worth for the Nationals. They come here after stops in Phoenix and San Francisco. They split a 4-game series with the Diamondbacks and 3 tight games up north. And the Giants won 2 of 3. Two and one.
Well, right out of the gate, the Washington Nationals having a tough time getting their leadoff batter on base. And Rick Ankiel is not your prototypical leadoff guy. An on-base percentage of .268.
3 balls and a strike as Harang falls behind to the first hitter he faces. Jim Riggleman, 3 years the skipper of the Padres. And he left, replaced by Bruce Bochy. It misses outside, and Ankiel with a leadoff walk. Not a good start for Harang, and let's check the lineup for Washington. Brought to you by the Prize Patrol, presented by Jerome's Furniture. Text WINNING to 269-411 to enter. Ankiel, Desmond, Jason Worth, the big pickup in the offseason from the Phils. Nix, the cleanup hitter. Michael Morse continues to be on a home run tear. Espinoza producing some long ball numbers as well. Rodriguez, Pudge, the veteran catcher, hit 7th. Alex Coro's had a good record against Harang lifetime. Bats 8th, and then the pitcher, Hernandez, a good hitter himself. In fact, a lifetime .221 hitter. Desmond leads the Nationals. He has recorded 16 multi-hit games this year, though hitting only .234. Infield set for 2. High strike.
And he's got to get those pitches down. First, A, throw some strikes, and 2, throw those strikes down in the zone. Sure, the ratio isn't good, 7 pitches in, but Aaron knows that with the depth of that slider, if it's got good velocity, he can get a ground ball and get 2 for 1.
Way outside, backhanded by Hundley. He's going to go out and talk with his right-hander. So the Padres, with the changes made, one of the interesting elements is the fact that Bud Black has elected to keep 3 catchers, Rob Johnson and Kyle Phillips. Kyle Phillips, not only because he's an improved receiver, but that left-handed bat has been productive. Busy day for manager Black, as you can imagine, saying hellos and goodbyes today. All part of the managerial chores. And the tough ones are sending a young player back to the minor leagues and releasing a veteran player, Eric Patterson. Two and one. 3-1.
Well, the body language of Aaron Harang just doesn't look like the spry. You know, Aaron Harang is pretty much on the same even keel all along, but looks like he doesn't really finish off his pitches this early on, kind of standing straight and tall after releasing the baseball, and that will keep the baseball up. He needs to make an adjustment. I know it's early, only 9 pitches, but
runner goes. Ball slapped down the right field line, foul, and well back into the crowd.
You know, Dick, getting back to your point regarding Bud Black having to sit down with players and send them down, believe me, that's no fun. You get a taste of the big league life, and you come up here and you're playing in the great ballparks, you're wearing that uniform with your name on the back, and then you got to go back to the minor leagues. It's all about the attitude going down there to try to make it back.
He has to be a master psychologist in giving the news and encouraging improvement. The runner goes again, foul back. Jim Riggleman likes to run the bases aggressively. He'll do a lot of hit and run. Desmond at the plate, in fact, leads the Nationals with 18 stolen bases.
And the Nationals, they rank third in the stolen base category in the National League.
Padres number 1 with 61 total. He goes again, and another foul, and Keel's getting his leg work in.
Can you see where those pitches are from Harang? Up. If Aaron can locate the fastball like he's done so many times before, like last time out, 9th quality start for Aaron, he was spotting the fastball and that tilt of the slider. Good velocity, good tilt on that slider. He can be successful.
Once again, the payoff pitch. 3-2 to Desmond. Runner again goes. Strike, throw to second is too high, and in with a slide is Keel, credited with a stolen base. Ball would have been there in time, but Hundley got it up in the air, and Gonzalez had to pull it out of center field. Padres defense brought to you by Big O Tires, the team you trust. Call 1-800-NEW-TIRE. Headley and Bartlett, Gonzalez and Rizzo on the bag. Ludwig, Denorfia, Hop left to right in the outfield. Hundley handling the offerings of Aaron Harang. And Keel with his 7th stolen base. Here's Jason Worth, 23 RBIs, hitting .243. Now you get into this part of the Washington batting order, and you're facing some home run power. Worth has 8. Nix on deck has 9. Morse following Nix has 9. And Espinosa leads with 10. That's 36 home runs in those 4 batters. No pitch as time was called.
Aaron Harang's not going to show it, but that really ticks off pitchers when that happens. You commit as soon as you lift that leg and you are committed to go to the plate. You've got to shut it down. You've got to abort it, right? Well, continue through and throw a dirt ball. Throw it back to the screen. Don't give a hitter an indication.
That one pins the outside corner
Of what you might be throwing the next pitch. Remember what happened to Jerry Hairston Jr. in Washington? Remember Clayton Richard quick pitched him?
Hairston, by the way, is suffering from back spasms. He has served his 1-day suspension after that. There goes the runner to third. Hundley's throw is there in time, and he's out. We told you, Riggleman gambling on the bases. And Keel is snuffed out at third. That was a strike from Hundley and a short pickup by Headley in the tag.
I think he got one look by Harang, and Keel was all over it. But Nick Hundley with the closed door. You got the right-handed hitter, the short hop to Headley. Nice play all the way around. That could have been an ugly play, because as we take a look, the ball short hops, and he tags him right on the inner part of the left thigh. It looks like misses him there, and then gets him there before he gets to the bag. Got him on the Keel.
That ball driven up the alley in right center field. That's going to go all the way to the wall, and Worth is on his way for 2, possibly 3. He takes the turn. He's going to try for 3. Here comes the relay. He is in there. So not satisfied with a double with 2 outs, which would have been the logical play. He gambles on a triple, and they are aggressive, and he makes it.
Well, Jason Worth with some authority the opposite way. Down, takes it that way. And then this ball here, let's take a look. You know what? If Denorfia raises his hands there, that could be ruled a ground rule double.
Yeah, stuck in the fence, yes.
Stuck in the fence there.
So how important the play made on Keel to throw him out trying to steal third. Here's Lance Nix, 284 average, 9 home runs. That's a strike. For Worth, that's his first triple of the season.
Here it is again. Stuck. And
you saw Hop raise his hands as if to say, wait, that's right. A dead ball.
Yep.
Line drive, foul.
Strike 2.
Anthony Rizzo almost with his first defensive play as a big leaguer.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see him get a grounder or a line drive, huh? Anxious to see him swing the bat as well. He looks very comfortable over there at first base. You see his thumb?
You might be taking some resin from some of the Nationals in the bullpen there. Why don't you get that, kid? He's so good. Ooh, bounced in and blocked by Hundley. 1-2 the count. That's the automatic.
You notice Anthony has his left thumb taped up. We talked about the freak accident with the umpire in Tucson. MRI showed no structural damage, just a little bone bruise. Wasn't having any problems swinging the bat during batting practice, so a precautionary measure, taping up that thumb.
Yeah, but you wonder, that's got to impact his swing, and he played a little bit at least. Boy, that one pulled sharply.
You know,
foul.
I'm saying there are some players, if you know there's no structural damage and it's just a bruise, you talk about a guy who's mentally tough. I can't speak for Anthony Rizzo, but my point is, if you know you're not going to hurt it any worse, right? Hey, it depends on the player. He may go all out. It might not affect his swing. We'll have to wait and see.
That one line and slicing foul down the left field side. So just misses down the right field line and flirts with a double the opposite way. Hundley again out to talk with Harang.
And the pitch count mounts. Next one will be 24 for Aaron Harang. Boy, if he can get it out of this mess with no runs and that runner stranded at third.
Veteran Nix is giving the Nationals some good at bats. They put him in the cleanup spot against right-handed pitching. Fly ball center field. Denorfia easing to his right. And the inning is over. So Harang ducks trouble in the first inning. A leadoff walk, a triple, but a man thrown out at third saves the Padres. Hernandez, owning 12 wins lifetime, second most of any pitcher against the Padres. And here's his profile, brought to you by Bank of America, setting opportunity in motion in San Diego to help our community and our economy. 3-7, but he's been a tough luck pitcher, not much support. 5 times when he has started, Washington has been shut out. Tough to win those games. Denorfia leads it off and takes a strike. Hernandez, clever, cunning. He'll throw you spinning curveballs at 65 miles an hour. And then he'll throw a pretty good fastball yet. That one
heating up at 83.
Yeah, it sounded fast.
You know what? In a game like this, watching Levon, you can just shut down the radar gun. He is fun to watch. He's a pitcher.
Reached out on a ground ball into right field. Denorfia punches a single to right. Fooled on the pitch. Had enough left to get the bat head out on the ball and knock it into the opposite field. Here's the Padres starting lineup tonight, brought to you by Evans Tire and Service Centers, home of the free alignment. Bartlett to follow Denorfia, Headley, then cleanup hitter Ryan Ludwig. Brad Hopp bats 5th, Nick Hundley 6th, Rizzo in the 7th spot. Gonzalez has been on a little modest RBI tear here of late, and then Aaron Harang. Bartlett, good for hitting behind the runner, takes a strike. Denorfia, 5 stolen bases at first base.
You know, as a hitter against Hernandez, you've got to really be patient and let the ball travel to you. It's almost like playing slow pitch softball. His fastball is going to top out at 85. Slider curve change to go along with it.
Uh-oh, they got him picked off. And Denorfia in the rundown. And Hernandez over to make the tag to complete the putout. So a little bit too eager, and the clever Hernandez just held the ball a little longer. And Denorfia picked off.
He just got a little too froggy, and that's kind of like a gamble. He's inching, I'm going to go, and then perfect timing by Hernandez. Throwing over, everybody's in motion. You see Hernandez backing up at first base to complete the putout. That was just a gamble, I think, on Denorfia's part. He gambled he was going to go to the plate, and he wanted that extra big leap. Big jump.
1-3-6-1 on the putout. So both teams lose a man on the bases in the first inning. And then Bartlett, wouldn't you know it, follows with a single to right center. Oh, back-to-back base hits. That could have been first and third. The defense for Washington is brought to you by North County GMC, a Southern California tradition for over 20 years. Cora and Desmond on the left side, Espinosa and Morse at second and first, Nixon left, and Keel in center, and Worth the right fielder. Pudge Rodriguez, one of the best defensively behind the plate, and Hernandez on the mound. Headley, team leader in walks, doubles, and second to Denorfia in batting average at .270. Two and 0. Hernandez came up to the big leagues in 1996. He's 1 win shy of his loss total. He's 169 and 170 career. That's a strike.
He just looks like at times he's just throwing it up there. See how far you can hit it. Tries to create a little movement on that little 82-mile-an-hour heater.
Had a little tail on it.
Nothing wrong with a little tail. Go along with that fastball.
Pitchers like that. Oof. That missed. 3-1.
And what happens, I would think that as a hitter, he doesn't throw that hard. So even if he's around the plate, you're going to be a little anxious, right? And you jump a little bit, you hit it off the end of the bat. Maybe you're a little bit too quick. Maybe you let the ball travel a little bit too far. You get jammed.
3-1. We'll see if Bartlett is going on this one. 1 out. Yes, he's on his way. And a check swing foul. That would have been ball 4. Slider.
And that's another thing, Dick, about Hernandez. Just because it's a fastball count, you cannot sit fastball. He will throw any pitch, anytime, anywhere.
Well, back in '97 when he was with the Marlins, he was the World Series hero. He went 2-0 in the National League Championship Series against Atlanta, then 2-0 in the World Series against Cleveland. Earned him a spot up on a throne in the Orange Bowl parade as the Grand Marshal. Full count. Off he goes, and that ball hit the left center field and hit well deep. And that ball is gone. Touch 'em all, Chase Headley. Headley's first home run since the opening series of the season in St. Louis as it goes the opposite way. Number 2, and the Padres lead 2-0.
I think that's the right approach. against a soft tosser, and we know that Chase Headley will take the ball the other way with the best of them. That looked like a two-seamer up around the belt buckle, full count, and full count goes deep. Wow. I didn't think that ball was going to travel the way it did.
And with this heavy air, the marine layer as thick as it's been. In fact, in La Jolla today, we had to put on the windshield wipers driving around. So he didn't figure the ball would carry. That one jumped into the left field bleachers. Brian Ludwig, the hitter. And the count goes 1-1.
And you mentioned that home run that he hit in the opening series in St. Louis. Well, guess where that home run was? Left center field in Busch Stadium.
Same spot.
Yep.
So the Padres get the early lead. Always a good sign. This one grounded to third. Cora across in plenty of time. 2 away. Brad Hott, the hitter. Oh, Denarthia a single picked off. Bartlett a single. Headley the home run going the opposite way. So all 3 of those base hits to the opposite field. So that may be part of the whole strategy against Hernandez. You're going to get a lot off speed. Don't be too eager. Wait. You got time to wait and strike. 0-1 to Brad Hopp. So it would appear Hopp's position now, except for an occasional rest of Rizzo, will be in right field. Ripped at the second baseman, but Espinosa able to back off and glove it. And the inning is over. But the Padres get 2 runs on 3 hits. Chase Headley with his second home run of the season, boosting San Diego to an early 2-0 lead. Aaron Harang staked to a 2-0 lead, faces Michael Morse, Danny Espinosa, and Pudge Rodriguez. Morse with that big swing and a miss has 9 homers, tied with the man that hits next, Espinosa. Each have 33 RBIs. Last 30 games, this big right-handed hitter is batting .368. He's not cheated on swings. He has 8 home runs in those 30 games and 24 RBIs.
Big guy, big zone, will chase.
Came out of nowhere, this guy. Rips that one into center field for a base hit.
0-2 mistake. Good approach for the big man, though. Down 0-2. In this pitch thrown, look where he takes it. Right up the center of the diamond, just beyond second base. on the first base side of second base. That's good hitting by the big man.
Yeah, 29-year-old Morse, who had his first regular duty half of last season and produced a 289 average, and he's picked up where he left off this year. Espinosa, switch hitting infielder, and that's a good looking bunt. Can Harang get him? Off balance, and Rizzo wisely leaves the bag to make sure that one doesn't go down the right field line. Bunt single by Espinosa. So the Nationals threaten to come right back. Harang might have been better served letting Headley field this ball.
Well, you know what? As I look at that, and you never see this, Danny Espinosa was out of the box. Yeah, Aaron Harang, no chance on this one. And good job, as you mentioned, Dick. Rizzo leaving the bag. There was backup, though, by Gonzalez.
Yeah, he did
doing
a good job. Yeah.
But that's also a good way of getting hurt, throwing off balance like that.
So 2 on, no one out here for the Nats in the second. Pudge Rodriguez. Batting average down from what you would expect from this veteran, 205. Don't want to make a mistake. He's still got the power. Fouled out of the glove of Nick Hundley.
Ivan Rodriguez asking the umpire, hey, was that pitch up? He motioned up, and the umpire nodded yes. He did swing at a ball. But Aaron finds himself ahead, 0-1.
Rodriguez with 311 career homers. That one was too far upstairs, 1-1. 12 years with the Rangers, produced 300 hitting seasons, one after another. Then 5 years with the Tigers, then the Yankees, Houston, Texas, and now Washington. Fly ball, right field, hop over and in, still coming, and the ball drops foul. Boy, did he circle that route. I mean, never came right to the ball, circled around the bullpen and came in too late to catch it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he didn't see the ball bat initially, but my goodness, I thought that ball was going to be caught by somebody. Well, maybe they had him playing the other way. He digs the, boy, that's not far from hitting the chalk line, is it? Wow, very close.
A ball length wide. So Rodriguez given a second life, 1-2 the count.
Well, that's one of those as a pitcher. You see it go up and you say, okay, gosh, yeah, I got an out here, but not the case.
Two and two. Alex Cora, the third baseman, next. And Cora, as we mentioned, has hit Harang effectively, 6 for 11 lifetime.
You know, the defense in the outfield, they do have Rodriguez playing the other way. That's in
the dirt, and now a full count to Rodriguez.
And Brad Hopp does not have blazing speed out there in right field.
Well, he misread it. He started by just circling toward the line and then had to change direction and come straight on an angle to the foul line.
Maybe he thought it was hit harder than it originally was.
Well, here's a big pitch early in this game with 2 on, no one out, 3-2 to Pudge. Fouled away.
You know, Rodriguez getting long in the tooth, right? The Shillelagh slowing up a little bit. You got a decent fastball. Yeah, I think you can still eat him up inside and be tough to catch up.
He's now 39 years old. And the bases are loaded. So Rodriguez, second life, and he's aboard now on the second walk. And the Nationals threaten to make this a big inning with no one out, bases full. Alex Cora, the batter.
And you hate to see the pitch count at 35. Boy. And bases are full of Nationals and nobody out.
Cora batting just .239, but as we said, 6 for 11 against Harang. Line drive hitter. Fly ball to center. That'll get one run in as DeNorfia backs up, comes forward, makes the catch. His throw is to third base. And in comes Morse to make it 2-1. For a 6th RBI of the year on the sacrifice fly. And as we said, Livan Hernandez, a good hitting pitcher, 221 lifetime with 10 home runs. He's knocked in 82 runs in his career. So he's helped himself to some of those wins.
Oh yeah, as a pitcher, you can't shut your toolbox here. This guy can be a tough out.
Infield hoping they can get a double play ball. They're playing as if they expect Hernandez to bunt. It's a good bunt only because it hit home plate and bounced high enough that the runners could advance easily. 1-4 on the putout. Hernandez moves his teammates into scoring position. Espinosa to third. Rodriguez to second. And to the top of the order, and Rick Ankiel. That's the 7th sacrifice bunt for Hernandez this year. That ties the National League lead. I mean, he just knows how to handle the bat, let's face it.
He's a good athlete. All around great athlete, Levon.
So the Padre lead cut to 2-1. 2 men in scoring position, 2 outs to Ankiel, who walked his first time, stole second, and then with 1 out tried to pilfer third and was thrown out by Nick Hundley.
And Aaron still has to make an adjustment. A lot of his pitches taken are up out of the zone. Might leave one in the zone up. That could spell trouble.
That went off the head of the bat. Changeup had Ankiel out in front. Strike at the knees.
That was a pretty hittable pitch. I think Ankiel was guessing something else off speed after seeing that changeup off the end of the bat. He's blowing that 91-mile-an-hour cheese by him.
That's loop. That could be trouble. No, Headley into foul territory to make the catch. So Harang does the escape act again. Allows only 1 run with the bases loaded, no one out. It's 2-1 San Diego. The Padres and Nationals, the usual 105 start. It'll be Military Sunday, but before the game, you fans can snap a picture with your favorite player at Padres Photo Day, presented by Verizon. First 8,000 kids 14 and younger also take home free Padres sweatbands, presented by Northgate Gonzalez Market. So get your tickets tonight at Padres.com. Nick Hundley leads off the second. Takes outside. Hunley at 263, followed by Rizzo and then Gonzalez. It's interesting that Anthony Rizzo acquired in the Adrian Gonzalez trade with Boston. As Gonzalez batting right behind him tonight, only it's Alberto. Rizzo saying that he studied Adrian's swing and admired it so much, tried to copy it out in front. Count goes 2-1. 80-mile-an-hour slider from Hernandez. Think his heart is beating a little bit?
Absolutely. And I'm sure he had a talking to maybe from Randy Reddy, Bud Black, and hey, just imagine Livan Hernandez has something like Sacramento across the chest, or Tacoma. Getting that mindset that you are still in the PCL.
Teases him outside, 3-1.
It'll be anxious to see if Hernandez kind of toys with Rizzo or if he tries to just challenge him right out of the get-go with fastballs.
That one spins over the outside corner, a slider. Full count.
Talked to Nick before the game. He said one of the biggest tests when he was in his rehab, he swung and missed at a slider, and he went out of the box. He said, okay, should I be hurting? I'm not hurting, but that was a good test because a good swing through a pitch, and at that point he knew he was good to go.
Ooh, that's a generous call. Outside corner, and plate umpire John Hirschbeck thought it was a strike, and so called. Well, here he comes. San Diego welcomes this 21-year-old phenom. First major league at bat against the veteran Hernandez, and he comes out swinging. There are his numbers at Tucson: 365, 63 RBIs, leading the PCL. Hit 400 the month of April. Oh, you knew he was going to get one of those. 58 miles an hour, that curveball.
As I said, hey, it's a slow pitch softball game when Livan's out on the hill.
He might get another one. On the outside corner. So he's on the fastball, that slow curveball, now a slider.
Yep. Might see that two-seamer on the inner half of the plate, maybe. Yep, there it is.
Strike three. Well, umpire Hirschbeck not in the spirit of the time. And as an umpire might well say to him, hey, kid, you're not a major leaguer yet.
Well, let's check out the Carl's Jr. pitch track. Livan, there's that two-seamer, and according to tracks, it is a ball.
Same spot that he called out Nick Hundley. Of course, that's where Livan Hernandez is just going to have to pitch with a smile if he's going to have a strike zone that wide. Alberto Gonzalez, the batter.
I mean, there's enough pressure on the kid already, rather than throwing a pitch like that and giving the veteran guy the call like that.
Ground ball to short. Easy chance. Desmond across for the out, and Hernandez works a very easy 1-2-3 second inning. Well, we've completed two at Petco Park. We've seen Rizzo in his debut. He's called out on strikes. Padres lead 2-1. Really looking forward, Mark Grant, to Sunday. We're going to celebrate 75 years of baseball in our grand city. Padres in Washington wrapping up the series, 5:35. Actually, Saturday, tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I want this to be Friday so desperately.
I will get you a hat.
I want a hat. And the first 25,000 of you in attendance will receive the Padres Vintage Cap presented by Cox Channel 4. Both teams are going to wear their 1936 uniforms, the old Padre uniforms, good-looking uniforms from the PCL, and the Washington Senators of 1936. The Nats are going to wear that uniform. So get your tickets tonight, Padres.com. Ground ball foul. Ian Desmond falls behind on the count, 2 strikes.
I have to admit, I took a sneaky peek inside the clubhouse, Brian Perlman's area where he keeps all the uniforms, and I saw those unis hanging on the rack there. They're sweet. Very nice.
They're red and blue piping, right?
I think it's the cream whites, and I saw blue pinstripes.
Struck him out. Second strikeout for Harang, both times Desmond. Jason Worth tripled to right center, but died at third when Knicks flied out to end the first inning. The Washington Senators, as I remember, their cap was just the bold
block
capital W,
yeah.
not the what do they call it?
The script W.
Script W, yeah. That they wear now. 2-1, San Diego leading it. 1 out here in the third.
I think that's a great logo. Walgreens.
Headley with a diving stop, raises and throws him out. I think the Colonel might hang a star on that one.
Oh, yeah. And rightfully so. Chase going to his left nicely.
Doing more on defense, brought to you by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
1 hopper, 2 hopper, in between hopper. A pick and a P-Rod across the diamond, picking up Aaron Harang. Nicely done.
Headley stealing a base hit from Jason Worth. 2 away, and here's Lance Nix. Flied to center the first time and hits this one to left field. Long run for Ludwig or Gonzalez or Headley. Oh, watch out. Headley and the shortstop Bartlett colliding as they went into foul territory, and hopefully they're okay. Nix winds up on second base with a fly ball double that he just measured that perfectly where no one could get to it.
Well, you get guys going full bore, and then you get legs and elbows and feet thrown all around, tangled up. A game of twister down that left field line. It looks like Chase is kind of shaking something off here. Let's see. You get tangled up there. Ooh.
Got his right hand caught under him.
And the ball landed fair, and then as the ball trickled over, a fan touched it. The umpire at third base, Scott Berry, indicated ground rule double. Lands fair clearly. And then the fan touches it.
So a 2-out double by Nix brings up Michael Morris, who singled and scored back in the second inning. Chance to tie it up here. Fly ball to right field. Could be trouble again. Hop into the bullpen area, and it's out of play. Just out of his reach.
Tough part of the night as well. The June gloom. The candles have taken full effect yet. Dusk, if you want. Would it be fair to say dusk?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's the ball lost in that gray sky.
And plus, they rub up those baseballs with that Mississippi mud, and it kind of blends in with the sky.
Dangerous hitter, Morse. 301 average, leading this team.
Well, he likes the high fastball, doesn't he?
He does. He looked like that 2 strikes down the first at bat, and then he crushed one to center field on a line.
And Nick Hundley wanted that one inside, but it's up. Where's it at? It's right under that the big W on that chest of Morse. Hey, go up the ladder a little bit more. Make him chase. He missed big time. See, Nick, he wanted that one up. He was out of the crouch, giving him the high target.
Might ask him to come up there again. 1-2 on Michael Morse. 2 outs, tying run at second. 3-11, runners in scoring position. That one on a short bounce to Hundley. 2-2 the count. And the pitch count alarmingly high for Harang, 51 here in the third inning. Nix, the tying run, leads from second. 2-2 with 2 outs. Got him. He chased the slider outside. So a couple of strikeouts for Harang, and once again the Nationals with a chance and leave a man in scoring position. Middle of the third, it remains 5-2 Padres. 2. San Diego.
I got you.
Padres baseball is brought to you by Lolitas at the Park, where you can enjoy fresh Mexican food and happy hour 7 days a week. By Permadontic, Southern California's premier dental implant center. And by your Southern California Porsche dealers. Visit them online at socal.porschedealer.com. Harang leads off the third. 2-1 Padres. Aaron with 3 hits this year.
You know, that Bernie Mazzola and Sam Liederkranz, they're always causing problems, aren't they?
They're like the gnomes. You know, they sneak in. You don't even know they're here. And
under the radar.
Yeah, make you say funny things. Distracting. Strike. And that is strike 3.
Wow. I tell you what, John Hirschbeck is being very liberal for Livan Hernandez. I mean, this pitch here, let's take a look. I mean, that's
off the plate. But,
yeah, it looks like it's off the plate to me.
But he's calling that a strike. So all 3 strikeouts for Hernandez have been taken for strike 3 because all 3 appeared to be wide of the plate. But that is a big strike zone for Hirschbeck, and Livan Hernandez couldn't get a better umpire. Denorfia single to right his first time. Big slow curveball. He was then picked off by Hernandez. Bartlett followed with a single to right, and Headley homered to left. Chases the slider. Now you said it. Hernandez is a pitcher. Wily pitcher.
Let's go back out there, right? Why not?
Oh! Caught by Hernandez on a bullet, and he's saying thank you, glove. A reaction stab of a bullet right back through the mound. Terrific play by the pitcher, and San Diego fans applaud him. That was right at his noggin.
Yep, absolutely. What great reaction by Livan Hernandez.
entitled to put some gray hair in the 36-year-old pate. He said
it got his hand, huh? He got it
right in the dead of the
right,
pocket.
exactly.
Yeah. You're not accustomed to getting that kind of fielding challenge. Well, thank goodness he did catch it, because if he hadn't, that could have been serious indeed. So 2 out to Jason Bartlett. Fastball, and that's about top so far, 83.
Yeah. You know, I look at balls hit up the box like that. The one that really comes to mind is Herb Score back in the day, and of course Chris Young here off the bat of Albert Pujols. It is just amazing what the human body can do to react to an object coming at you that fast.
1-1 to Bartlett with Chase Headley on deck. There's that slow curveball.
69-mile-an-hour bender, and way out in front is Jason Bartlett. That front shoulder opening up. Really tough to stay back on that pitch.
1-2. Ground ball to short. Desmond across to Morse. And another 1-2-3 inning for Hernandez. His glove being part of the out parade. He's retired 8 in a row since Headley homered. It remains 2-1 San Diego. For the end of May, and that is a major league record for a second baseman, a rookie second baseman. No rookie second baseman had ever hit 10 home runs before June 1st. And he takes his fair share of cuts. Just 24 years of age, from Cal State Long Beach. And needless to say, he's the top rookie in the National League in extra base hits and RBIs.
Well, we know he loves the fastball, right? Any kid that's coming up to the big leagues loves the fastball. So Aaron Harang trying to toy with him.
Well done. Caught him looking there on the heater at 90 miles an hour.
Looks like he got him guessing.
4th strikeout for Harang.
This ball's right down the middle. A little tail to it. 2-seamer. Espinosa gives up on it. Thank you very much.
Pudge Rodriguez. He walked to load the bases with no one out in the second inning. He walked after Hop lost his fly ball. This one is shallow and left. Ludwig coming in. Squeezes the second out. Well, it's time now for tonight's trivia question, brought to you by AT Wireless. With Rizzo starting his first major league game, we thought it appropriate to talk about first major league games and who was the last Padre to hit a home run in his first major league game. Not first at bat necessarily, but first game. We'll give you the answer bottom half of the inning. I know a lot of people are guessing something that has ooh in it, like ooh. But I'm not sure that's the right answer.
No.
Alex Cora, sacrifice fly to knock in the only Washington run. That was with the bases loaded in the second. One and one. Well, tomorrow, terrific matchup. 6:30 our broadcast time here on Channel 4 San Diego for the Honda Dealers pregame show. Matt Latos against the Nationals top pitcher Jason Marquis. 2 hops, bobbled, still time. Gonzalez throws out Alex Cora. And Harang finally with an easy inning. 1-2-3, the National story. To the bottom of the fourth, it'll be Headley, Ludwig, and Hop. Center field in the second inning, leads off here in the fourth. Tailing fastball away. Headley's second homer of the season, now with 23 RBIs. Late on that changeup. Tried to wait and wait and wait.
Levon's like, okay, you took my fastball out of the yard. I'm going to pull the string on you.
Hirschbeck is not so generous on the outside pitches with left-handers up, but with right-handers up, the outside corner is very wide. Chop foul, and they count 2-2 on count full count. That was a 3-2 pitch after the home run.
Yes, it was,
and it was measured at 382 feet.
Shocker. What's the count?
Let me guess. 3-2?
Fastball away, two-seamer away.
And it's hit to left field, down into the corner. And there's room out there for Nix to collect it for the first out. And that gets us to the AT&T Wireless Trivia answer. Our question was, who was the last Padre to hit a home run in his first Major League game? And the answer, Jason Bay against Arizona 8 years ago off Matt Manti. The irony of it all, Bay hitting a homer his first game as a Padre into the pool in Arizona. And it was the only home run he ever hit for San Diego. He broke his wrist, remember, 2 days later, then was traded to the Pirates eventually. Ludwig takes a strike. Now has 193 career homers, Jason Bay, but just only one with San Diego. Left center field, long run. That's aimed up the gap. Going to hit the 401 sign as Ludwig takes his turn at second. A standing double for Ludwig. He continues his hot hitting.
And that wasn't even the best swing from Ryan Ludwig. Watch his swing. He's kind of out in front of it a little bit on the slide. Reach for it. Not a lot of power, not a lot of body oomph behind it, but upper body strength and arm strength, sending that ball to the left center field gap.
So a chance to pick up a run for the Padres, leading 2-1 as Brad Hopp steps in.
Well, he shaved. He's going with the prospect look, Brad Hopp.
Oh. Looks as the D'Artagnan look.
Yeah, he looks about a year younger.
A year. Presenting himself clean shaven for the rookie Rizzo.
Yeah.
Change up at 77.
You know, you might see more change-ups from Levon the second time around against these Padre hitters. First time around, he'll try to spot the fastball. He'll flip up a breaking ball there, but well, the change-up is a dandy of a pitch from the right-hander, especially after seeing that fastball the first time around.
Slider at 80. Outside in. Well, Hernandez jumps in front, 1-2. Nick Hundley on deck.
There it is, that two-seamer in that he got Rizzo on.
One out, Ludwig. Second base with the double. 2-2 coming up to Brad Hopp.
And he tried to double up inside on him.
But you have the feeling that Hernandez could almost pitch blindfolded.
Sure.
You know, he
absolutely.
has such perfect command. All the pitches.
Yep.
He knows what he's going to do and where to put it.
Doesn't try to overthrow. It's all about location and hitting his spots, no doubt about that.
Outside. 68 on that pitch.
I'll tell you what, if he was going to get that call in the outside corner, I was going to jump out of this booth. So I'm sure a lot of people at home are screaming they want that to call the strike.
We better harness him up, folks.
First base open. You're probably going to see something off speed here.
Yep. Ooh, that looked better than the ones that have been called strikes. So 1-out walk to Hopp. First by Hernandez, and here's Hundley. Took a third strike. Nick rarely shows any discontent with an umpire's call, but he gave a long stare back as he walked to the dugout after he was punched out by Hirschbeck.
And I'm sure if Nick said anything to the umpire, the one thing he would probably say, hey, just so my guy gets that, okay?
That's right. Yeah. Make sure we share those wide strike zones, both sides. Ball one. Well, Hundley back in uniform. Maben is going to go out on rehab. He'll return either Sunday or Monday. They're saying probably Monday in Colorado. So the Padres are going to have their full complement along with Rizzo. Hudson too about to come off the DL. Slow slider.
See, that's the pitch there where Nick Hundley.
This is before the game, Mark. Maben, practice swing and not running full speed, but showing the boss that he's about ready to go. He's eager. 1-1 to Hundley. On the outside corner, fastball. Hernandez would like to get Hundley to pull one to the left side and get a double play here. 2 on, 1 out here in the 4th inning.
Just when you think Hernandez might throw something away, and you try to take it that way, he'll buzz that fastball the inside part of the plate. He'll throw you a changeup that looks like a fastball. You're way out in front of it.
Ludwig off second, Hop at first. Low and away, 2-2.
And he doesn't fall into a pattern. He's not, every 2-2 count doesn't. He's not going to throw that certain pitch every time. He'll mix it up.
And with a veteran catcher back there, Pudge Rodriguez, obviously it's a thinking game here. We've got all the pitches. How should we try to confuse the hitter? Ground ball, there it is. Third to second to first, a double play. That's just what Hernandez wanted, the off-speed pitches and get Hundley to pull a ground ball for a double play. So an opportunity lost in the 4th for San Diego. It remains 2-1.
Mid-game recap brought to you by Murray Lambert Construction. Home remodeling with no upfront.
Easy enough for you to say. Line drive out. Okay, continue.
No upfront design fees. Visit MurrayLambert.com. Click on Request a Quote to schedule an in-home consultation.
How about Hernandez? He hit that ball so hard that he only had about 5 steps out of the batter's box when Denorfia had the glove on it. A tee shot to center field. Was that Murray Lambert that you were talking about just now?
It was.
Good.
Yeah.
They get the message. They know it's good.
Try to get it across as well as I can.
It's like anything that is really prime and special. It's sometimes tough to express how beautiful a thing is.
I get so choked up about it sometimes, the great work that they do. It's even hard for me to say those words.
And Keel walked and fouled out.
In fact, when I walk in my home to see the remodeling that I just go.
And your wife understands
exactly.
everything you say.
Yep.
Fly ball left center. That's a long run for Denorfia, but he's going to get there.
Well, this is exactly what Aaron Harang needs in this inning. A quick 1-2-3 inning. Few pitches. Up to 64 now for the big right-hander.
That's one of those balls when struck, and you see Denorfia catch it. Harang says to himself, I'm glad I'm not in Cincinnati.
Got that right.
2 runs, 4 hits for the Padres. 1 run, 4 hits for Washington. 2 outs now, and Ian Desmond has been punched out both at bats, facing Harang, who has a total of 4 strikeouts. He's walked 2. And Desmond down on the count, 2 strikes in a hurry. So Latos against Jason Marquis, who is 6-2 for Washington tomorrow. Saturday, the 5 o'clock hour pregame show. Clayton Richard and John Landon. Remember, Landon pitched a terrific game in Washington against the Padres. And then Sunday, Stauffer against Jordan Zimmerman, who also worked very well and pitched in tough luck in the 3-game series back in the nation's capital. The Padres took 2 out of 3. 1-2. Wouldn't bite on the tailing fastball. Bases empty, 2 outs here in the 5th. Fly ball behind second base, shallow and right. There might be a play at second base, however. Yes, there is. He's out of there. Good hustle by Gonzalez to get the ball out in shallow right field and fire a strike to Bartlett to nail Desmond, trying to stretch it into a double. On this play in the outfield, a tough play, mind you, between Gonzalez and Hop. But Gonzalez stayed with his work, and look at that perfect throw. Anthony Rizzo, second at bat here in his first major league appearance. Struck out his first time, called out on strikes, and out in front of that changeup.
And we are back with the Channel 4 home run inning, as always, presented by Harrah's Rincon Casino. If a grand slam has hit this inning, folks, $26,500 could be yours. Enter at 4sd.com.
Ball and a strike. And he fouls that one away. A slider in on his fist. His first time up. In case you're just joining us, he was called out on strikes, but the final 2 pitches according to our pitch track, were out of the strike zone, were wide. But umpire Hirschbeck giving Hernandez the call. Backs him away. That's about as much power pitching as you're going to get, 83.
Yep. You know, we know all the numbers of Anthony Rizzo, what he did in the minor leagues, and I kind of dug a little deeper. Favorite show's Entourage. Favorite cereal, Frosted Flakes. He's type A. He's a Leo.
Hits that one deep to left center field. A long run for Ankiel. That ball is off the wall. Bounces back, and on his way for 3 is the kid Rizzo, and he is in there. Oh, my. That awakens Petco. That's what they came to see. Just missed a home run. It hit halfway up on the wall. Oh, he does have some serious power.
Well, we knew he'd like to get extended. Look at the extension there on a pitch that's inside. Great extension, and this ball was a couple of feet maybe. Oh,
he thought it was a home run. He kind of paused for a moment, and then because the ball took a big carom, he was able to race into third. Denorfia cheering his new teammate.
What a great swing by Anthony Rizzo. Way to swing it, kid.
Wouldn't that have been something? A second at bat to club a home run. I think he was judging the distance based on the PCL and how the ball carries. Because that one was out where he's been playing. Well, a chance to pick up a run here. 2-1 Padres, leadoff triple. And here's Gonzalez. Infield shortens up. Not all the way in, but bag high at third and at first, and then the middle infielders are just a step behind the baseline. Gonzalez, RBI again yesterday, and rips this one, but right at the second baseman on a short hop. Espinosa throws him out.
Okay, we're going to check out the sequence from Livan Hernandez to Anthony Rizzo via the Carlos Jr. pitch track. Remember, he got him with a fastball looking. He's keeping the ball away. Slider off the plate. And once again, Livan kind of toying with him. Away, away. Okay, now I'm going to change it inside a little bit of slider. Now here's the key. He tries to go back inside. That ball leaks, and Anthony got his hands through very nicely. Got the thick part of the bat on that baseball. A couple of feet away from his first major league hit being a round tripper. Wow.
Now Hernandez, after getting Gonzalez on that smash to second and unable to get the run in, Harang up there struck out the first time, and of course the Nationals alert to a possible squeeze. Harang, and he can't get the runner in. Good stop by the third baseman Cora. And the leadoff triple by Rizzo so far. He's still stranded at third. It's up to Denorfia. Now the Padres, the last inning, got a one-out double by Ludwig and a walk to Hop, but Hundley bounced into a double play. Rizzo triples to deep left center. Gonzalez hits it hard, but right to the second baseman Espinosa, and the third baseman Cora able to snuff Harang's bid to squeak one through into left field. Denorfia single, and he lined back to the mound. Remember, that was a bullet that almost took Hernandez right in the head.
Remember, we saw those hits off the bat of Anthony Rizzo from Tucson, right? A lot of those home runs we saw were pulled. Talk about a kid who's got opposite field power. We just saw it right there, folks.
Yeah, that was 400 feet. It hit right in the middle of the Geico sign, which is adjacent to the 401 marker. Almost dumped that one into the Padre bullpen. Infield now with 2 outs, playing back for Denorfia. 1-1 the count. Slow curveball, laid off.
Yeah, I just like it when Anthony Rizzo swings and misses. I mean, you know, he takes a cut, right? He's going to strike some fear into some pitchers, and that goes a long way.
Another curveball, and he's out in front. That's just tantalizingly slow.
You know what I mean by that, though? When you got a kid that stature from the left side, he takes swings like that. I mean, that's going to put the thought in the back of the pitcher's mind. Hey, I got to be careful here.
Just 21 years young. 2-2 now to DeNorfia. High with Bartlett on deck. In Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Rizzo. Interestingly, he said his whole batting attitude is to go up and try to hit a double. Not to go up thinking home run or anything, just hit a double. Then the rest takes care of itself. That's loop foul. Out of play. Chase the curveball outside.
We're going to peek into Ivan Rodriguez. He wants a new onion.
You know, not many hit a home run in their first major league game, and maybe even fewer hit a triple in their first major league game.
So 3-2, full count. He'll throw anything. What's Pudge going to put down? Shake off. Curveball. Fastball away.
Chop to the right side. Could be a tough play. Hernandez had to hurry, and the call is safe because the ball gets away. And the Padres do get a run out of the triple by Rizzo. DeNorfia hustling up the line, and Hernandez a little slow getting off the mound, so it was a foot race, and DeNorfia has the advantage there. That made it a bang-bang play. Runner and ball arrived, and they couldn't make the play.
Well, we could see that play develop all the way up here. You're absolutely right, Dick. It's a running race between DeNorfia and Hernandez, because as soon as Morse commits, he commits to that ball. And you know what? It would have been very, very close if he catches that ball cleanly. Oh, it would have been really close.
And Rizzo scores his first big league run, so that leadoff triple does pay off, and it's a 3-1 Padre lead. Second hit of the night for DeNorfia. He may get more infield hits than any Padre.
DeNorfia?
Yeah. He hits so many ground balls like that one that are a lot of top spin on it. He tops them and gets them away from the pitcher, and he's got enough speed to beat him out. That is ruled a base hit and an RBI. 10th run driven in for DeNorfia this year. Padres scoring first yesterday, but lost in the ninth inning 5-3 to Colorado. They score first tonight. It's been a good omen. They're 16-5 when they take that early lead. Bartlett shortening up, brings Cora charging from third. He might have thought DeNorfia was stealing, and he was going to give catcher Pudge some action in front of him.
Well, Levon thinks something may be brewing right here. Thrown over to first base a few times.
"74 pitches now from Hernandez." That was the slider.
This guy could probably go 200 pitches and not even bat an eye.
Just got the knees. Well, he'll be 60 and still pitching in a beer league somewhere, and about the same stuff.
Absolutely. No question about it.
By the way, that's the fourth time that a Padre has tripled in his first big league game. Pulled foul. Will Venable tripled in his first major league game. Wiki Gonzalez did it in '99.
I remember Wills. Who else?
John Sippen in 1969.
Oh, sure. I was at that game. The first year of the Padres, huh?
And he hit 2 in his first game. That was the birth year of the Padres. All smiles down there from Rizzo. That takes a lot of pressure off him just to get that first hit.
Sure.
I mean, wasn't Willie Mays went like 3 or 4 games before he got his first hit. You know, he was worried they're going to send him back to the minor leagues. And I think when he finally got one, he never stopped. Got like 4 hits in the first time he actually hit safely, collected a bunch. It's exciting to have been here tonight. That ball driven deep but foul down into the left field corner. So a 2-run home run by Chase Headley in the first. Leadoff triple by Rizzo and an infield hit to Norfia to get the run home for a 3-1 lead. In the dirt. Good block by Pudge.
You know, you think about the roadmap for Anthony Rizzo just within the last 24 hours. I mean, think about it. All the hype, all the numbers, getting the call, coming to San Diego, dealing with the press, all the interviews, getting settled in the clubhouse.
Mom and Dad came from the East to see him. They're here too.
Not only physically, but a mental drain for this kid.
Emotional.
Yeah.
As well. But he's handled it well,
Absolutely.
all with a smile. 2-2 now. Bartlett, Norfia with his lead. Slow curveball, swung on and missed. By the way, just in finishing, Willie Mays went 0 for 14, and then his first hit was a home run off Warren Spahn. And the first hit for Anthony Rizzo, a triple to deep left center field, just missed a home run. And then, after collecting that souvenir, scores his first major league run on Norfia's infield hit. It's 3-1. Anthony Rizzo's triple. And Aaron Harang goes to work now in the top of the 6th inning. Jason Worth, Lance Nix, and Michael Morse. Senators, I'm allowed one a series. The Nationals have had 2 men thrown out on the bases tonight in the first inning, and Keel, a costly one, was on second with 1 out, tried to steal third, and Hundley threw him out. And then Desmond trying to make it to second on that bloop base hit that fell between Gonzalez and Hop. And Gonzalez able to fire back to Bartlett to nail him at second. So 2 men out on the bases. That's in there. Count 2-2 on Jason Worth.
Well, the first 2 innings for Harang, 41 pitches. Last 3, 32. So he has settled down.
Got into a rhythm. Goes full count now as he bounces the slider. Nix and then Morse, the power end of the Washington lineup here in the top of the 6th inning. Worth with a triple to right center and was robbed of a hit by Headley. A diving stop to his left. Boy, that bounced way in front of home plate, and Worth is aboard a leadoff walk. Never a good start to an inning. 3rd walk of the night from Harang, who has now thrown 75 pitches.
And it looks like we've got some action in the Padre bullpen. Jackets are coming off. A little beehive working down there.
Well, it's USO recognition night tonight. The Padres Foundation featured charity and pregame ceremony saluting 250 of our wounded warriors. Anthem was sung by U.S. Navy Commander Abe Thompson. Nice to have these heroes with us tonight. And one of them honored with the first pitch tonight. Back from the wars.
Man, look at how young he looks, huh?
Yeah.
Man.
See some of the scars on the right side of his face. Back home in San Diego. 1 strike pitch. Popped up. Bartlett going out and calling. 1 away. Nix pops weakly to short. Here's Michael Morse. Morse a line single to center and scored the Nationals run in the 2nd inning. He moved to second on Espinosa's bunt single. Then Rodriguez, a walk to load the bases, no one out, and Cora's sacrifice fly to center got the run home. And Morris, who came up through the Seattle organization and eventually traded last year to Washington, and he's really found a happy home in the nation's capital. Strike. Languished in the minor leagues. Came up for a cup of coffee a couple of times with Seattle. He can hit. Last year in just 98 games with Washington, 15 home runs. He's continuing on that pace this year with 9 home runs just into June. One ball, one strike. Well, tomorrow night's party night at the park. Margarita night. Most of you know well that every Friday there's some fun to be had out in party at the park. 4:30, I guess, is the first pour tomorrow, and then ball game at 7:05. Latos against Marquis. There goes a runner. Good stop by Hundley, but a good break as well by Worth to make the steal. Jason Worth with his 8th stolen base. So the big man, good runner as well.
And Aaron Harang having a difficult time throwing that slider for a strike. Decent jump. Gonzalez trying to get that slap of the tag on Worth, but he slides in safely.
Well, they did a good job. He had to he had a one hop to handle and then get the throw through.
I'm just concerned about that slider from Aaron. You know, bouncing it's one thing, but you leave it over the heart of the plate, it spells trouble.
Oh, ground ball up the middle. And here comes Worth around third. Charging the ball is Denorfia. The throw is not cut off, but a good bluff by Rizzo. So that kept Morse from advancing to second base. Well, Morse another base hit right back through the middle, and he has his 34th RBI. That's the club lead.
Aaron just not have the release point, the touch for that breaking ball tonight. And you take a look at this pitch, it's a hanging curveball to Morse. He gets some serious top hand on it, some serious top spin as well. And then the throw. Watch Rizzo with the fake.
And that held Morse from moving to second base on the throw. And that's part of the job of a first baseman. You know, he's waiting for the call, cut or not cut. Espinoza has a bunt single and has struck out. He's an interesting combination of concern for a pitcher and an infield, that he can bunt well and get a base hit. He did that in Washington as well, and yet he's got big time power, leading the club with 10 home runs. That one misses, 1-1. Ernesto Frieri, first to get up in the bullpen tonight. Again, Luke Gregerson placed on the disabled list, 15-day oblique injury, warming up last night or yesterday afternoon. Pulled to Rizzo. He's able to scamper, get it, and make the tag. Runner moves to second. Stayed with it. 2 away. Morris into scoring position. And Pudge Rodriguez, the batter.
Hey, the main thing is he kept it in front of him, right? Sure, it would have been nice to catch it cleanly, and then you go to second base for the force. But I remember a guy, a Gold Glover by the name of JT Snow, told me something a long time ago. He goes, you know what? My dad used to smoke ground balls right at me. The deal was, I didn't have to catch him cleanly. If I didn't catch him cleanly, I had to keep him in front of me. They got by me. No excuse. Nice job by Anthony, at least keeping that ball in front of him.
Of course, JT Snow's dad was Jack Snow, an All-America wide receiver at Notre Dame and a terrific player back when I was doing the Los Angeles Rams games. Key target for Roman Gabriel.
Nice.
Rodriguez a chance to tie it up. Takes a strike. Harang hanging on here in the 6th. 2 out. Morse at second base. A run home.
And, you know, I'll bet you if you ask Aaron Harang, you know, it's been kind of a scuffle out there for him tonight. Hasn't had his best stuff. Definitely has not had his best location. He's battling big time.
1-1. Alex Cora on deck. So Gregerson, just to finish the injury, on the DL, and the Padres have recalled Evan Scribner. We saw him earlier, the side armor. And Qualls will move up into Gregerson's spot, be that 7th inning pitcher with Adams 8th inning and Bell the 9th. The other move made, Will Venable returns to the Padres, and Aaron Cunningham back to Tucson. Low and away, 2-1.
So instead of Gab, it's Cab with QAB?
Quab.
Quab?
And I don't want you to quab with me on this. To go quab you.
Elmer Fudd.
Rodriguez awaits the 2-1 delivery from Harang. Right back by the mound, charged by Bartlett, and he gets the out at first. So Harang gives up a run on just 1 hit. The leadoff walk pays off for the Nationals, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. Padres up 3-2. Game with your friends, family, or co-workers. Suites can be customized to fit your group's special needs, include multiple seating options, food, beverage, packages, much more. Visit Padres.com/suites for all the details. And I'll bet when you get one of those suites, you can find some sweets. You know, the nice little bowl there.
Chocolate-covered strawberries, maybe?
Why not? Why not?
Sweet.
Chase Headley, home run to left center, 382-foot shot in the first inning after Bartlett had singled to give the Padres an early 2-0 lead. Fly to left as last time. And again, an assortment of speeds, spins from Livan Hernandez, who has allowed 3 runs on 6 hits. Harang 2 runs, 6 hits. Outside, 1-2. Ludwig and Hop to follow. Bottom of the 6th. Ripped into right field, base hit. Oh, Headley 2 for 3 tonight. He joins Denorfia with a couple of hits. Chase Headley, 2 home runs this year, 1 in the second game of the season in St. Louis. And watch where this one goes. Left center field, first row. Tonight, left center field, first row.
Yeah. He must be in the front row.
Yeah, basketball final, NBA tonight in the playoffs. The Dallas Mavericks beat the Heat 112-103. So now it goes back to Miami for the last 2, right?
Yeah.
If there are 2. With Dallas leading 2-1. High fly ball shallow in center field. A long run for Ankiel, and he can't get there, but they're going to get the force. No, they're not going to get the force. Ankiel thought he was on the mound. That's the way he was. He was having trouble finding the strike zone. He was, instead of throwing it to second base, he threw halfway between first and second. That's why he's playing center field.
And as a base runner, Headley's got to hold up, right? As soon as that ball hits grass, the force is on, and Keel working underneath it a little bit. He throws off target. Should I stay or should I go? That's the clash. And the Padres have a little something going here with nobody out.
Ludwig with a Texas League single into center field. Headley manages to make it to second. No one out, and here's Brad Hop. Hop has walked and hit a hard ground ball out to second. Now we saw Ankiel play some balls in Washington with considerable adventure, but he made all the plays. Two on, no one out. Chance for the Padres to get that run back and maybe more. 3-2 the score. Kimball, the right-hander, and Burnett, the lefty, warming up for the Nationals down the right field side. As Jim Riggleman notes the pitch count, 87 now for Hernandez. Inside, and he falls behind 3-0. Now, you might in this situation with 2 on, no one out, give a hitter like Hop the green light, because you figure you'd get a fastball, but you don't know what you're going to get from him. He might throw one of those slow curveballs.
I think he's going to be taking a strike. Just a gut feeling.
He does throw the fastball. That's his top velocity of the night, 84. 3-1. Runners ready to roll. Headley from second, Ludwig at first. Full count. Slider, back door. Three to pitch.
And, you know, this situation doesn't come up that often, but 3-2, first and second, nobody out, right? And the question is posed a lot of the times, hey, do you send the runners? Well, you know, the only fear there is triple play. You get a guy, and we've seen it before. The runners are going, it's a line drive at an infielder, and next thing you know, it's a triple play.
That's how you get the unassisted triple play. A shortstop or a second baseman catches the ball by the bag, tags the runner, and gets the other runner coming in from first. Ground ball, right field, base hit. Here comes Headley around third. Worth up with the ball. The throw to the plate's going to be close. He scores. And on to third goes Ludwig. RBI. Brad Hopp, it's 4-2.
Well, Brad Hopp did a nice job of sitting back and waiting to let that ball travel. It was 3-2, and as you mentioned, Dick, you don't know what you're going to get. It's an off-speed pitch. It's a changeup down, foot down, off the end of the bat. Everybody's off and running. Glenn Hoffman have to ice that arm after the game, sending Headley. And the Padres adding on here in the sixth.
Now, Headley got a terrific break from second base. He was skipping away from the bag and motioned toward third as the ball was struck because that rolled into shallow right field, and Worth has a good arm. Ground ball pulled into the hole. They're going to try to make the play at the plate, and holding up is Ludwig. And they make the play without further advance by the other two runners. So Ludwig out on the ground ball. Fielder's choice, Hundley. Up at second base, and the put on 6-2-5. And here comes Riggleman. He's going to take the ball from Hernandez. With the score of the Padres 4 and the Nationals 2. 1 out. Hopp at second. Hundley at first. And the pitching change brought to you by the Law Tigers, San Diego's motorcycle injury lawyers who ride. Rick, build an outdoor free pit to enjoy with your friends and family. Call RCP today. Burnett 1-3 with a high ERA, 5.96. Batting average against .271. And he's brought in to pitch to the rookie Rizzo, who has tripled and called out on strikes. Now, Rizzo, one of the big questions when he went down to Tucson out of spring training was, how would he hit left-handed pitching? We'll give you the answer to that after this pitch. Outside 1-1 against right-handers, a lusty 374. A lot of players will take that, left-handed or right-handed pitching. 324 against the lefties, so he did some damage going against the southpaws. See how he manages against Burnett. That comparison brought to you by the San Diego Toyota dealers. We've got what it takes. What I'm concentrating on this at-bat is the front shoulder, the front side of Anthony Rizzo, as Burnett, who goes from the third base side of the rubber, seeing if Rizzo keeps that front shoulder tucked in there and doesn't bail. Hop at second, Hundley at first. Selective, 3-1. Good eye. Checking with Glenn Hoffman down at third. See if he's hitting. Most certainly he is if he likes it.
If he gets one right here, I think you're going to see a good swing.
Ooh.
Yes. Love that.
He missed it, but that was a good swing.
Get that lumber going. Love that. Okay, you had your free swing, 3-1. Now chance, first pitch of the at-bat, breaking ball. I'm guessing that Burnett might throw a breaking ball for a strike here.
Nope. Ball 4.
Yep.
Good at bat.
Yep. Good eye.
That loads the bases with one out and brings up Alberto Gonzalez. 1 run in here in the 6th to fortify the lead, 4-2, and here comes Riggleman, the slow walk to the mound. And Burnett was in there to pitch to one man and lost him on a 3-2 slider outside. So Kimball comes in from the bullpen. Padres leading 4-2 and a chance for a big inning. Bases loaded, 1 out when we come back. He's 25 years age, and his profile brought to you by Lolitas at the Park, where you can enjoy quality Mexican food, always fresh, and a wonderful evening. Happy hour 7 days a week. Lolitas. Good-looking numbers for Kimball, who was recalled from Syracuse, the top AAA farm club of Washington, about 3.5 weeks ago.
3-pitch pitcher for Kimball. Fastball, curve, and a split. That fastball get up to the mid-90s, 95, 96. He throws both a 4-seamer and a 2-seamer. In fact, that 4-seamer, Dick, will run like a 2-seam fastball, so he can get it up there.
And the managerial strategy, Bud Black counters with Kyle Phillips, the left-handed hitting catcher. Bases loaded. 1 away. 92. That seemed like 102 after watching Hernandez.
Hey, this is one of the advantages also for carrying 3 catchers on your roster, right? You know, you can use a guy who you like from the left side who can put a punch into one. And then you still have Rob Johnson who can come in later in the game if you need a defensive replacement behind the dish.
2 home runs, 7 runs batted in for Phillips. Ball 2. Hop at third, Hundley at second, Rizzo at first. And the 2-0 pitch coming up to Kyle Phillips. 3-0, misses upstairs. Pressure on Kimball now. Throw a ball, throw a run. Ball, inside corner. They just did take a little bite out of that inside edge.
He wanted it away. It leaks on the inside corner. Oh, man, I think that's a gracious call, huh?
Again. Logan Forsythe is in the on-deck circle, apparently to hit for Harang.
Bases blown, a .08 for the Padres.
4-2 the score here in the last of the sixth inning. Bases full. Padre at every pillow. And the 3-1 coming up to Phillips. That's ball 4, and he walks in a run. 5-2. Phillips with his 8th RBI of the year. Pop comes in to score. Everyone moves up 90. Hundley to third. Rizzo to second. And Phillips at first.
I love the merry-go-round inning. 1 on, 1 off.
Keep that carousel music going.
Absolutely.
Forsythe to hit for Harang. Yeoman-like effort by the veteran Harang tonight. 6 innings pitched out of a lot of trouble.
You're absolutely right, Dick. He did not have his best stuff tonight, but he kept his team close.
Forsythe takes ball 1. Padres are one big swing away from breaking this one wide open. A 5-2 lead here in the 6th. Fly ball to deep right center. Deep enough to get a run in. And the throw comes into the infield, and scoring is Hundley, and it's a 6-2 game. A 3-run inning for the Padres. Credit Forsythe with the RBI. His second as a major leaguer.
And all those runs charged to Livan Hernandez, so you can close the book on Hernandez.
5 1/3, 6 runs all earned, 9 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts for the veteran. Padres still with 2 out, 2 on. And Denorfia, the 8th man to bat in the inning. He's 2 for 3 tonight, and the balls that he hit least well are hits, 2 of them. And then he's out on an absolute shot right at the noggin of Hernandez, and somehow miraculously he was able to get a glove up and make the catch and save some serious damage. I mean, it was a highlight reel play by Hernandez to have the instincts to be able to get a glove up in front of his face and catch that ball. That was the sound of the bat and the sound of the ball in the glove were almost simultaneous. Count goes to 2-1. Rizzo at second. And at first base is Phillips as that ball flared down the right field line, and Worth makes the out. And the inning over, but the Padres send 8 to the plate. 3 of them come around to score on 3 hits and a couple of walks. And it's a 4-run advantage. Come in today for Subway's Orchard Chicken Salad Sandwich featuring tender chicken, apples, and cranberries. All this flavor. And you have less than 8 grams of fat. Get it before it's gone at Subway. Eat fresh. With Mark Grant, Dick Enberg here at Petco Park on a cool June evening. The June gloom is here, but a ray of sunshine coming from the 21-year-old from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Anthony Rizzo, in his major league debut. Second time up, nearly clubbed a home run, a 400-foot triple midway off the fence in deep left center field. Scored a run, his first big league run, also walked in that last inning. And the Padres enjoy a 6-2 lead as Chad Qualls comes in to pitch, and Logan Forsythe stays in the game for Gonzalez at second base. Forsythe in the 9th spot in the order, and Qualls positioned in the 8th spot.
Back-to-back days for Chad Qualls. An inning yesterday against the Rockies. 1 walk, 21 pitch effort, and 1 hit for the man they call Quails.
Harang went 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 6 hits, walked 3, and struck out 4. Top of the 7th inning, Pudge Rodriguez is pulled for Roger Bernardina, left-handed hitting outfielder. And the count goes 1-1.
Chad's got that heavy sinker working. That 2-seamer works quite nicely. Quick outs, grounders here in the 7th, hopefully for Chad.
Bernardina, 248 hitter, slaps that one foul. And a good play made by a fan down in the lower boxes in left field. Excuse me, Alex Cora at the plate. Bernardina on deck. And down goes Cora, strike 3. Now Bernardina steps up, hitting for the pitcher, 16,464 here tonight.
Looks like Chad Qualls has both those pitches working nicely, the sinker and the slider. He got Cora to strike out on that slider. So great movement to both sides of the plate for Chad.
One old pitch. There's that sinker at 92. Top of the order, Rick Ankiel on deck. Slider didn't quite catch the strike zone.
I think he got squeezed on that one. That looked like a pretty good pitch. You know, though, a lot of times righty pitcher, lefty hitter, and you go for that outside part of the quadrant up a little bit, even though it's a legitimate strike, you're not going to get that call from umpires.
2-1. That one is going to flop into center field. Denorfia able to block it enough so that Bernardina can't advance, and the throw came back and almost took down umpire Laz Diaz. He had to hit the deck to avoid being hit because he thought Denorfia had played into second. Instead, Denorfia threw it back behind the runner, and that was right through Diaz's spot.
Off the end of the bat, you can hear that one all the way up here. Almost Bernardina cracks his bat. The good thing here is that Denorfia keeps it in front of him. Now 6-2. The score is 6-2. you know, you love the effort, right? But, you know, I don't know. That might be a ball you want to let drop in front of you. Keep it in front of you for a sure thing. You know, if he goes to second base, you want to keep the double play in order.
So 1 out, Blue Pit. And we go to Ankiel, the leadoff man. He's walked foul to third and fly to center. Because of that heavy sinker, Qualls is victimized by more broken bat hits than anyone in that bullpen. Bernardina with good speed at first. And the count 1-1 on Ankiel with Ian Desmond to be next. Top of the 7th. Harang gets 6 innings in, allowed 2 runs and 6 hits, and leaves the game with a 6-2 lead thanks to the 3-run uprising in the bottom of the 6th inning. Out of play. Yeah, you folks watching on Channel 4 San Diego getting a chance to witness Anthony Rizzo's debut as a major leaguer. I'm sure you liked what you saw. Hope you come out and be part of the fun the rest of the weekend. And there's something for everyone. The party at the park tomorrow night. Salute to the Negro Leagues. And on Saturday night, the 1936 throwback uniforms and 25,000 ball caps.
We got a lot going on this weekend.
And then sweatbands for the kids on Sunday.
Oh, look like a big leaguer. Oh, yeah.
1-2.
You know, whenever I see a sinker baller like Chad Qualls, and I know Chad knows this, but I always felt pitchers have the luxury of just trying to split the heart of the plate because that ball has so much movement. If you aim for the middle of the plate, chances are the ball's going to end off the plate. But to the hitter, they have to offer at it because it looks like it's going to be a strike. Matt Clement comes to mind. His ball moved all over the place.
That ball, another broken bat and another base hit. That's going to be dumped into left field. So a couple of broken bat loopers for base hits from Bernardina and Ankiel, and that's the tough luck pitching of Qualls is coming up. We remind you the San Diego Hyundai dealer 7th inning stretch. Get more MPG, more value, and double the warranty. Shop online at San Diego HyundaiDealers.com. So 2 on with 1 out. Bernardina to second, Ankiel at first, and Desmond 2 strikeouts, and he got a looping single to center field back in the 5th inning. Actually into right center. That was the play where Gonzalez and Hop almost collided. The ball fell, but Gonzalez able to scamper after the ball and throw out Desmond trying to make it into second base. Strike 1. Qualls must be thinking, instead of hitting the ball in the air for those Texas League singles, maybe somebody will take this sinker ball of mine and ground it to one of my pals and turn a double play.
That's one of the negatives of throwing a hard sinker like that.
Ooh, that was mean.
You get a lot of balls that are topped at the plate. You get those high choppers and you get those broken bats like we've just seen. Take a look at this sinker. Try squaring that one up. Thank you very much.
Jumps in front, 2 strikes on Desmond. Jason Worth on deck. Another soft fly, but this is in foul territory. Watch out, Rizzo.
Ooh.
Oh, man. Come back in one piece. It's great to have that college hustle, 21-year-old hustle, but these two value the property to go take on those barriers. Full speed almost.
Oh. You notice it took 3 people to get him out of the stands. That's a big horse right there. And thank goodness Anthony goes back to first base unharmed.
As you can see, at least the top of that wall is padded. but you run your knees right into the bottom part, and there's some padding, but not enough to make it perfectly safe, that's for certain. 2-2 now to Desmond.
Let's go back to that foul ball in the stands. Watch as he falls in. There's a girl. Hey, I got you, Hoss. Hey, I'm single. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, she's no dummy. There you go, kid.
Two on, one out here in the top of the 7th. There's the ground ball. Bartlett gets one there, and not enough to turn the double play. The ball wasn't hit very hard. Safe on the fielder's choice is Desmond, as Keel is erased, 6-4. Bernardina moves to third.
And once again, the accuracy of Jason Bartlett at shortstop, going to his right, that flip throw, hitting Forsythe right in the chest.
So runners at the corners for Washington here with 2 out in the 7th. And Jason Worth comes up, triple, robbed of a hit by Headley, a diving stop in the hole at third. Walked and scored, leading off in the 6th inning. Corey Lupke getting ready. Lupke pitched an inning yesterday. That's in there. 95.
That's some giddy up with movement now.
Lance Nix, a left-handed batter, the cleanup man on deck. Lupke getting ready just in case he might be called upon to pitch to Nix. Late swing, 0-2. Slider. Head on the count. 2 strikes, first and third. Late swing and soft liner, foul down the right field side.
That was an emergency swing there. Just trying to get that bat on the ball to get another crack at it. See how far this ball travels. Oh, he caught that on his back knee, it looked like, didn't it?
Almost behind him.
Yeah.
That one just missing outside, a 90-mile-an-hour slider. Had him set up for a fastball outside.
You know,
huh?
I think, anything with movement that's down, Jason Worth is going to have trouble with it.
Same pitch, same spot, 2-2. Bernardina at third. Desmond at first.
Oh, Nick Hundley having a long look inside the dugout. And we're going to peek in to see what the Padre catcher puts down. Fastball away. 2-seamer away. No, let's get it in there. Buried on the inside part of the plate.
Line drive right at Bartlett for the final out of the inning. Worth hit it on the nose right to the glove of the Padre shortstop. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left for Washington. Credit Union. Auto loan rates as low as 2.98% for 72 months. Call them today at 877-495-1600. Fourth pitcher used by Jim Riggleman tonight, Henry Rodriguez, to work the bottom of the seventh inning. He'll face Jason Bartlett, Chase Headley, and Ryan Ludwig. Bartlett singled and scored back in the first, scored on Headley's home run that followed, grounded to short and struck out against Devon Hernandez. Jumps in front, 2 strikes. Ground ball right side. Espinoza over to Morse. 1 away. Headley with a home run and a single has scored a couple of runs tonight. And a fly ball to left. Got some pretty good heat on that fastball.
He can get up there now to triple digits, high 90s, slider and a changeup.
Roller to the second baseman Espinoza, an easy out, 2 away. And Ludwig, the batter. Ryan with a couple of hits tonight, a double and a single. Denorfia, Headley, and Ludwig all with a pair of hits. And the young first baseman, Anthony Rizzo, in his major league debut, a long triple, just missed a home run. Second at bat. Hit it halfway up the wall in deep left center, right by the 401 sign.
Hey!
At 96, Ludwig spinning out of the batter's box.
Hey, we got that same pitch now.
Someone may be shouting just that from the dugout. Two and 0. Devon Hernandez went 5 1/3, charged with all 6 runs, 9 hits. Burnett pitched to one batter, walked him. That was Rizzo. Kimball came in, walked Phillips with the bases loaded. And now it's Rodriguez in the 7th.
Whoa.
4-pitch walk to Ludwig. No man aboard here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. And Brad Hopp, the hitter. RBI single through the right side the last time up. Also a hard ground ball out to second and a walk tonight. Rodriguez from Santa Barbara, Venezuela. 6 feet tall, 220 pounds, husky guy. He was the key acquisition from the Oakland A's in the trade that sent Josh Willingham to Oakland. One of the many outstanding players out of the South American country, Venezuela. 1-1.
He's got a live arm, that's for sure. Just doesn't know where it's going at times.
He's fanned 21 batters in 16 innings this year.
You see the walks, 16 1/3, 11 walks. Now 12.
Change up at 90. Or did he just take something off the fastball?
No, that's what his changeup is listed at. High 80s, low 90s.
Fouled away, and the count levels at 2-2. Six to 2. The Padres lead it here in the home half of the seventh. Ludwig with a 2-out walk. And the count level 2-2 on Brad Hopp. Nick Hundley on deck. Outside target. Line drive up the middle, base hit. Ludwig will hold at second. Didn't square that one up exactly, but got enough wood on it to drive it into center field for his second hit. 10th for the Padres tonight. Nick Hundley struck out, hit into a double play, and a fielder's choice, 0 for 3. Two on, 2 out. Trying to bolster their 6-2 advantage. Ball 1. 97 on that one. Misses again at 97.
Boy, down and away, up and in. Difficulty throwing that fastball for a strike. He seems to be one of these guys where, like we just saw, 98 down and away, 97 up, then paint right on the outside corner at 96 for a strike. I would say uncomfortable at bats against
yes, sir.
A guy by the name of Henry Rodriguez. Look at that. Even though he missed for a ball.
97 again. So all 3 pitches here at 97, 98.
Hey, load him up for the kid.
Anthony Rizzo on deck. Ball 4. 4-pitch walk. Bases loaded. And here comes Rizzo. Ludwig to third. Hopp to second. Hundley at first. And Steve McCatty, the pitching coach, coming out, not Riggleman. They do have a right-hander throwing in the bullpen, Craig Stammen. But I think this is more just a little counseling from the pitching coach.
What we saw last time, Anthony Rizzo, very patient. I mean, so much happened to that at bat, I'd like to just comment on. He worked it to a 3-1 count, and the 3-1 swing, awesome. Loved it. And then he had the patience to where he laid off ball 4, passed the baton to the next guy. It really showed me a lot, that at bat.
Well, in his first major league at bat, plate umpire John Hirschbeck wasn't exactly gracious to him, but was to Hernandez. A couple of pitches out of the zone were taken for strikes, and he was called out on strikes. And he tripled off the wall in deep left center and scored. And then that at bat you were talking about walked. Here it comes. Ball 1. Seems to have a good idea of the strike zone.
Yes, he does.
Bases loaded. 2 out. He gets his money's worth. A changeup at 89. Yeah, our first Rizzo sign sighting.
Love it.
One ball, 1 strike. All the way to the screen. Here comes the runner from third. The throw to the plate is not in time. Rodriguez's tag was late, and Ludwig scores. 7-2 on the wild pitch.
It looked like he yanked a changeup, back-to-back changeups, and right through the wickets. And the Padres adding on. Whoa. Just got his foot in there. They got the perfect carom and a pretty good throw from Rodriguez.
He's late tagging him.
Yep.
He got the right foot on home plate before he was able to slap that tag high up on the knee.
A little gun shy getting in there to try to make the tag.
So the other runners move up, and Rizzo takes ball 3, 3-1.
Catch the ball, kind of reluctant to get in there, and you're right. The right foot gets on home plate before the tag is made.
Hop moved to third on the play. Hundley is at second. And the count 3 balls and a strike. And let's see how patient young Rizzo can be here, 3-1. A good cut. Slider at 97, the slider.
I wouldn't pay attention to that scoreboard, Dick.
Well, that's what I put up there, 97. So the full count to Rizzo. Ball 4. Walks for the second time tonight, and the bases are loaded again. That's the third walk of the inning by Rodriguez, and Riggleman has seen enough. The pitcher, Qualls, is due next, and Will Venable is out of the Padre dugout. We'll see if he's going to pinch hit. As pitching change for Washington, brought to you by the Law Tigers, San Diego's motorcycle injury lawyers who ride. Where he was a starter. Pitcher profile brought to you by Mission Federal Credit Union, where your success is our bottom line. Open an account at missionfed.com tomorrow. Stammen at Syracuse was 5-3 with a 3.84 ERA, 10 starts with the Chiefs. Used here in relief tonight with the bases loaded, and Will Venable back home at Petco, just called up from Tucson today. Venable was hitting .276 with 3 home runs with the Tucson Padres. Out in front of that one, and the count goes to 2 strikes.
Well, with the lack of command from Rodriguez, Jim Riggleman going to Stammen, who is a strike thrower. He needs to get out of this inning without any more damage, but a great opportunity for San Diego to have the wheels come off here for the Nats.
Bases loaded. Oh, he bounced that one, and Pudge saved another run. Again, Venable recalled from Tucson. Aaron Cunningham goes back down as the Padres wanted the left-handed bat of Venable. on the bench or spot start in the outfield. And one of the most athletic of all the San Diego players, and certainly is a positive addition defensively in the outfield. Bases loaded, 1-2. Got him to chase. Slider. And the inning is over. Stammen gets his man. Padres settle for 1 run on just 1 hit and leave the bases loaded. We go to the 8th inning, 7-2 San Diego. Ford and Massey Toyota. Visit us in Pacific Beach or online at massey.com. Looking down into Petco Park from the Diamond View Towers. Home base for our Channel 4 studios as Ernesto Frieri comes in to work the 8th inning. Chad Qualls, an inning, allowed a couple of blue pits. No runs and struck out 1. Pitcher of record, Aaron Harang. And a 7-2 Padre lead as Harang tries to win his 7th. Will Venable stays in the game in center, and Denorfia moves from center to left, and Ryan Ludwig takes a seat on the bench. Lance Nix, Michael Morse, and Danny Espinoza, the meat end of the order for Washington to face Frieri here in the 8th. Nix, a bloop double down the left field line in 3 at-bats. Off speed, Frieri's first pitch for a strike.
Now, even though the score is 7-2 in favor of the Padres, this is a big outing for Ernesto Frieri. Remember, he struggled a little bit last time out.
In the vernacular of today's game, a little fuzzy. Huh?
Exactly. Good call, Dick. Absolutely. And this is an opportunity with a 5-run lead to go out there and get a quick inning and maybe leave with a good taste in his mouth and having a quick inning, because last time out really wasn't the smoothest of outings. Good pitch.
3-pitch strikeout of Nix.
Uno, dos.
Adios.
Nicely done.
You've taught me well. Well, on the scoreboard, the Dodgers had a 7-4 lead at Colorado, but you know what happens up there at Coors Field. Final score, Rockies 9, Dodgers 7. And that Chippewa at Arizona, Colementers shut out Pittsburgh 2-0 tonight.
Really?
Something like 5-1 now. He's the kid that throws exaggerated over the top. Morris takes strike 1. Luke Gregerson, again, he's been placed on the DL. He said yesterday warming up, all of a sudden, ooh, I got a little cramp on my left side. Well, that's that dreaded oblique muscle injury. So he'll be down for 15 days or more. The good news is Maben's ready to come back. So is Hudson. And Padres get their full complement of players could be very interesting here as we move into mid-June, with the addition in the mix of Anthony Rizzo. 5 pitches, 5 strikes. That just missed.
Hey, Big Earn's out there in that bullpen, going over scouting reports with Darryl Ackerfeld and going over hitters. He knows that Morse will chase. Tried to have him bite at something up and away that last pitch.
2 hits tonight, both singles, both up the middle. And he's driven in one of the runs, scored another. Two and 2. Slides it outside. Eight hits for Washington tonight. Struck him out. Challenged him. 93 on the fastball. So Frieri with the good stuff tonight. Strikes out Nix and Morse. And that brings up Danny Espinosa. And we invite you to stay tuned for the Sequan Casino postgame show with John Weisbarth. No, it's going to be Bob Scanlon and Jenny Cavnar tonight. Jenny Cavnar, Bob Scanlon in our Channel 4 studios. John gets a night off.
Yeah, Jenny's a little easier on the eyes, too.
I noticed that. Sequan Casino, get away for the day at Sequan Casino.
How you doing?
I don't know if your wife Mary can trust you alone at the ballpark. It's a good thing I'm here with the handcuffs on you.
It's all good.
That ball hit high and deep to right center field. Back goes Venable to the wall. Leaps up and makes the catch. Welcome back, Will. Oh, my. Espinosa had a home run, number 11, taken away by Will Venable in center field. Freeze Cam tonight brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Espinosa thought he had home run number 11, drives it high and deep, and Will Venable times it perfectly and takes a home run away high above that padded fence in deep center field. Our freeze cam from Coors Light, and that's worthy of a hug from Frieri. Some love down in that dugout. Logan Forsythe hitting ninth, and that'll be Denorfia and Bartlett here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Forsythe, a sacrifice fly in the 6th inning, his second RBI, and He hits this one well to right field, but right at Jason Worth for the out. Well, he's hit some balls, tagged them well, but he can't seem to find the empty spots in the yard.
Hey, just keep the same approach. They'll start to fall. Like any hitter, you talk to them, that's the most they can do. Go up there, put a good swing on it. They'll start falling in.
Penorfia, first time up, rolled a single through the right side. Then he hit an absolute shot back through the mound that somehow Livan Hernandez was able to get a glove up in front of his face and save a serious injury and make the catch as well. And then he was able to chop a ground ball on the infield and beat it out at first base, beating Hernandez in the throw to the bag, and that drove in a run in the 5th inning. Chops this one to third, giving some ground Cora, and then the throw nails him by a stride. So 2 away as Craig Stammen has retired all 3 men that he has faced, and that brings up Jason Bartlett. Bartlett 1 for 4, a single back in the 1st inning, and scored on Chase Headley's 2nd home run of the season. The Padres jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the 2nd against Harang. The Nationals got 1 back on a single by Morse, a single by Espinoza, a walk to Rodriguez, load the bases, Cora sacrifice fly. That ball hit to center field, and an easy play for Ann Keel. So a very quick 1-2-3 inning worked by Craig Stammen, and we go to the top of the 9th inning with the Padres in front 7-2. You can take the Padres with you wherever you go this season, fans. Subscribe to MLB.tv. See every Padres game live or on demand on your computer and your favorite devices. Visit Padres.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Pat Neshek comes in to work the 9th inning. Bud Black, with the luxury of using other names out of that bullpen other than Heath Bell and Mike Adams. And with Luke Gregerson injured, each man is going to have to pick up the slack. So Qualls works the 7th, Frieri the 8th, and now Neshek trying to get the final 3 outs of the game.
Last time out for Pat was Sunday against the Houston Astros. He threw an inning, and it was bagels all the way across. 13-pitch effort for Pat.
Side-wheeling right-hander. Acquired during spring training from the Minnesota Twins. Rodriguez has walked, fly to left, and grounded to shortstop. He'll be followed by Cora and a pinch hitter for the pitcher. Well, on this day in 1946, you know how fond I was of Ted Williams.
Sure.
The longest home run ever hit at Fenway Park. Ted Williams 502 feet. You know, there's that one seat painted red out in the right field bleachers. 37th row. Now, when you think about it, Fenway Park, there's the fence, then there's the whole bullpen area, and then the bleachers. He hit it up in the 37th row.
I'm going to have to check that out when we go to Fenway next road trip.
It's painted red, the seat. Yeah, I'm sure that our guys down the truck will have that zeroed in. And he falls behind 3-0 to Rodriguez, not close to a strike. And the account of that home run was it was in the bright sunshine, and fans 37 rows up didn't figure they'd ever have a ball come in there. And a gentleman in a straw hat didn't see it coming, hit him right on the top of the head. And so it went 502, but by the time someone got the ball, it was like 545 feet because it kept going all the way up into the bleachers. Smashed his straw hat and his noggin. Well, lead-off walk by Neshek to Rodriguez. And on this day, Secretariat won the Triple Crown at Belmont. This is a big day, June 9th. And a day long to be remembered by the Rizzo family. June 9th, 2011. Cora, sacrifice fly, ground out, and a strikeout, 0 for 2.
Dick, you mentioned that the Padres tonight have had the luxury of going to Frieri and Neshek with a lead. The last thing that the Padres need is to get another arm up and loosen that bullpen. Have Neshek finish it out right here, save those hoses down there in that pen, and have a night off for the rest of the guys down there in that bullpen.
71 on that change. 2 strikes the count. Wilson Ramos, the backup catcher, is on deck. Actually, you might even say the regular catcher. They're sharing the duties, Pudge Rodriguez and Ramos, but he's the man of the future. Is Heath Bell. Goodness. He pitched yesterday, and he's been worked heavily. Tuesday night, he got the save. He was angry with himself yesterday, giving up the 2 runs in the 9th inning. And he said he shook off Hundley. And he shouldn't have. He should have stayed with the fastball.
Right.
And that was the ball Tulowitzki hit for the 2-run double. Ground ball to the left side. Bartlett to second, to first. Did Forsythe turn it? Yes, he did. I like the way this kid gets that ball in and out of the glove. Fast footwork, and fires the ball to first base for a 6-4-3 double play.
And I think another luxury that Logan Forsythe has is having the shortstop to his right by the name of Jason Bartlett, and chances are 99.9% of the time Bartlett's going to give you a good feed. That's right at the noggin of Forsythe, and they complete that double play. Nicely done.
And they double up a fast runner in Cora. Now he Forsythe was a third baseman coming through the system and converted to a second baseman, so he's got that third baseman's arm.
Yep.
2 out now, and the batter Wilson Ramos. As the Nationals are down to their final out. And their final strike.
You know, what a great way for a pitcher to bounce back, especially in a game like this. After a leadoff walk, pound to the zone, get your grounder. A 2-for-1 sale. 1 pitch, 2 outs.
My fault. He said I want him to bite on that, but he didn't get the hook even into the water there. Way outside again, 2-2. Pitching coach Balsley and Black in a heavy conversation there. And he misses away, 3-2. So he jumps in front 2 strikes and hasn't come close enough to really entice a swing.
Yeah. Trying to nitpick a little bit too much here. Go right after him.
Hit well to deep left center field, and it's Venable on his horse again to the wall, and that ball's gone. Ramos hammers it into the bullpen of the Padres, and it's a 7-3 game. Ramos with his 5th home run of the season. They like his defensive skills. He's got a great arm, and obviously carries some power with him as well.
Oh, you mentioned it, Dick. You get ahead quickly, and then you throw more pitches to where it's a full count, and the advantage sways towards the hitter. He was geared for the fastball. He got it and golfed it out.
And that double play now plays with some size now, because that could have been a 2-run shot. 7-3. And the count 1-1 on leadoff hitter Rick Ankiel. Is walked, looped a single, fouled out and flied out. Line to center field. Venable will have to play it on a hop. Ankiel with a big turn, and will go back to first base. No value in trying to stretch that. Well, Heath Bell continues to throw in the bullpen.
Well, one more base runner, and it would be a safe situation, because the 7th run would be on deck if this guy gets on.
Desmond struck out twice. Broken bat single and a fielder's choice. 1 for 4. So the hit total is now even, with the home run by Ramos and the single by Ankiel, 10 each. And there goes the runner, and defensive indifference. And the first pitch in there for a strike. Neshek trying to close the door here on the Nationals in the 9th. And down to their final strike again. Fans are ready to go home with a win. Young Rizzo with a triple and a couple of walks tonight in his debut as a big leaguer. Struck him out, and the ball game is over. The Padres win it 7-3. Well, a little bit of everything tonight. Certainly the focus, the spotlight on the young first baseman Anthony Rizzo, making his major league debut and delivering a near home run, a triple. Padres getting 7 runs on 10 hits tonight. Spectacular catch by Will Venable to rob Espinosa of a home run. It was a mighty entertaining game this Thursday night. A 7-3 final. We'll be back with the totals from Petco Park. 16,464. Enjoyed it? Right after this.